First of all, Steve tried to prevent this from happening. You wouldn't be surprised. He tried to blame the savings plan. We didn't accept that motion. It was not seconded. But this is necessary, I think, because even while Steve would be happy to not have a public ceremony, we all need to recognize Steve. I think we all feel very strongly about his contribution. And so let me read this. He gets the big one. This is when you're really a VIP. You get this one. The Montgomery County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland presents this proclamation. Whereas, starting in the 1960s, Steve Farber has devoted his professional life to public service, including service as Executive Director of the National Governors Association and Council Administrator for 7 Montgomery County councils. And whereas, on November 3rd, 1991, Steve began work as the council's chief advisor, resident public policy expert, and good government advocate. And whereas, during more than 26 years as council administrator, Steve has served the council with the highest distinction, strongly supporting the council's efforts to provide principled governance, playing a pivotal role in strengthening the county's fiscal and governmental performance, and representing the council on the county's retirement investment boards and other important groups. And whereas Steve is known for his keen intellect, encyclopedic memory, and institutional knowledge, and also for his integrity, judgment, work ethic, and good humor. And whereas Steve's indelible impact on the county will continue for years to come through the far-reaching initiatives he has helped to develop and the outstanding council staff he has led with great skill and care. And whereas Steve often says that working for the Montgomery County Council is a special privilege, those who have been fortunate enough to work with him appreciate the integral role he has played to make it so. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Montgomery County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby honors and salutes Steve Farber as he retires on January 31st, 2018, wishes him continued success in his future work, and thanks him for more than 26 years of extraordinary service to the council, the county, and the community, presented on this 30th day of January in the year 2018, signed by myself, Council President Hans Raymer. Thank you. How about that? I'm going to let Steve share a few words with those assembled, and the county executive is invited to join us. Oh, there he is. I was looking. There he is. Please, sir, come down. Oh, it's real. We're just used to. All right. Before I pass the mic, I'd like you to join us here, but I just wanted to say, I think I speak for many council members that your guidance, your wisdom, your standard of excellence is something that we all aspire to in our work, in our professional lives. And it's hard to imagine the county council without you, and we know you won't be too far. But we're in government for a reason, and you embody those principles more than almost anything that I've encountered here at the county council. I really appreciate your guidance, and look forward to continuing to hear from you, and perhaps we'll see you testify on important issues, OPEB issues. But thank you, Steve. Okay, now, Mr. County Executive, I will ask you to share.
Remember, Steve, if you come back to testify, you only have 3 minutes. You probably don't know, for some of you probably don't know the history of Steve's tenure and its beginning here in Montgomery County. But I was the person who put together the committee and urged the selection of Steve many, many years ago. And there was a question that I asked Steve, you may recall, after looking at his resume and talking to him and knowing how well he was qualified, really overqualified in many ways for the job. The question I had, as you may recall, was whether or not you would actually stay. So after 26 years, I guess you've answered that question. But I want to add my personal congratulations for a job well done, for the tremendous work that you performed over so many years, to go through the number of council members that you've had to serve with from different parties, different perspectives, personalities, and at the end of 26 years, not only to be standing, still standing, but to be highly respected and appreciated for your work is an extraordinary level of work and accomplishment. So I have a couple of things to provide for you, one of which you may think about. I do not have the plates that I also commissioned Meryl Steiner to put together some years ago, right? County Executive of Montgomery County, Maryland awards this certificate to Steve Farber, Council Administrator, in recognition and appreciation of your 26 years of extraordinary service to the Montgomery County Council, county agencies, and to the entire community. Throughout your tenure, you have made invaluable contributions to the council and its staff members. I want to express my gratitude and congratulations and wish you much success as you return to the National Advisory Service on Physical and Intergovernmental Affairs. And it's signed by me today's date. Congratulations. So instead of the plate, I provided you with this photograph. Steve, thanks for your outstanding leadership and service on behalf of our county council and the many residents throughout Montgomery County. Your exceptional contributions made our county a far better place to live and to raise families. Thank you again, County Executive Ike Leggett.
I'll take less than that. Yeah. Hans was right. My philosophy is Paul Simon's, slip out the back jack. But I very much appreciate this. And I must say, Ike, you were council president when I first came, and twice after that, in 98 and 99. And so, you know, you're partly to blame, you know. And I must say, for me, this has been just a treat. When I started the job in the fall of 1991, my wife Dee said, I think you're really going to like this. And of course, she, as usual, was absolutely right. And I have loved this job. It means so much to me. And that's why I've stayed. I frankly have found it very difficult to leave because I love the job and I love the people. And it starts with the council, because the 7 councils I've worked with are comprised of people who give so much of themselves. It's extraordinary. I know how hard you work. I know how much you give of yourselves. And you know, you have had the courage I have not had, to stand for election, to place yourselves before the people. They have made a judgment about you, and you are serving them to the best of your ability. And I think that's an extraordinary thing in our public life. It's the essence of our democracy. And that's really where it starts. And then, of course, the council staff has been a tremendous pleasure to work with. What a great group of people, just fantastic. So talented, so dedicated. And I feel enthused as well about all the people in the executive branch, at MCPS, at Montgomery College, at Park and Planning, at WSSC, all of the agencies with whom I've had the opportunity to work. And I feel that way about the hundreds and hundreds of people in the community with whom I've had a chance to interact over the years. Really, I couldn't have had a more happy professional experience, a more fulfilling one, and I'm very grateful to the council and all the councils I've worked with, and to everyone for giving me the honor of serving with you. I'll be grateful for that forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Okay. Wow.